What's up, YouTube family? It's your boy King Abe. Welcome back to my channel. So, guys, in this video today, I'm gonna be showing you guys a trading strategy that you guys can use whether you have a small account or even if you're a beginner. So, if this is your first time on my channel, make sure you like this video, smash the subscribe button, and turn on the bell notification so you guys don't miss any of my future videos. Now, without further ado, let's dive right in on the charts and let's take a look. Alright, guys, welcome back to my channel. So, for this strategy, we're going to be looking at Euro CAD. That's what we're going to be looking at for this strategy. And to use this strategy, we're actually going to need three indicators. And as you guys can see down here, I have one of them right here. This is called Awesome Oscillator. Now, to add this onto your chart on Trading View, you're going to go right here to Indicators, and you just type. Once you type Awesome, you should see it. It's going to pop up, and this is it right over here. I already have it on my chart, so we're going to go ahead and exit. Now, we're going to go ahead and add the other two indicators. We're going to be using two moving averages, but it's going to be EMA, not SMA. So the first one is going to be 200. We're going to go ahead and change this to 200, and you can just use whatever color you want. I'll go ahead and change the thickness. Then you click on OK. Now for the second one, we're going to go ahead and change this to 50, and for the style, just use whatever color you want. Then I'll change this to the second one. Now, to use this strategy, I actually recommend that before you get into any trade at all, you go to the 4-hour time frame. We have to go to the higher time frame so that we can identify our zones. Now, the first example that I'm going to use this buy example. Now, we can see over here that right here we have a zone. Right here we have a support zone that became a resistance. We have a support zone right there that became a resistance, and we also have a zone. We also have a zone right over here. We have a zone right over here. Now, once you're done marking up your zones, then we're going to go ahead and go back to the 1-hour time frame. Let's look for that zone. Now, to use this strategy, what you need to look out for is, after you have your zones, what you need to look out for is you look for the 50 crossing the 200 EMA. That's number one. Number two, you have to make sure that this awesome oscillator is actually green and is above your zero line. And you also have to make sure that on the 4-hour time frame is whatever is going on on the 1-hour time frame, you have to make sure that that's the same thing that's going on the 4-hour time frame. So you have to make sure that, for example, for this buy trade, you have to make sure that price is actually above the 50 EMA. You need to make sure you see that. Now, if we go back to the 1-hour time frame, let's look for that zone again. Once you have those two confirmation, now you just wait and see if price is going to close above your resistance. You have to make sure that price is going to close above your resistance. Once you have that, then you can get in the trade. And now let's put this on replay mode, and let's see where our entry is going to be. Let's put this in replay mode, and let's start from right here. Now, you would have entered this trade right over here. You would have entered right here. Now, to get your take profit, we need to go back to the 4-hour time frame, because we're going to be using the 4-hour time frame to look for our zones, to confirm our entry, and also to confirm our take profit. The higher time frame in this case, which is going to be the 4-hour time frame, is going to let us know where our TP is going to be. So we're going to go to the 4-hour time frame and look for our zone. Now, as we can see, we see that we absolutely have a resistance right over here. We see that we have a resistance right over here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to mark that, and then we're going to go back to the 1-hour time frame and see how this trade played out. Now, you can also use the 1-hour time frame to get your take profit, because if you use the 4-hour time frame to get your take profit, that's just going to give you more pips. That's going to give you more pips. But if you use the 1-hour time frame for your take profit, it's just going to give you a low pips. So it's better to use the 4-hour time frame. That's what I recommend, so that you'll be able to get more pips, as much pips as you can. But you can also use the 1-hour time frame to determine your take profit. So now since we have our zone right over here, now let's continue playing this and see how this trade played out. Bam, we got our take profit smash. Now let's take a look and see what the risk to reward ratio was for this trade. Now let's take a look and see. We pull out our tool, and we got in right over here. We got our take profit smash right over here, and we're just gonna have a stop loss right below the 50 EMA. We're looking at 30 pips for stop loss, and we have 127 pips as our take profit. We have 4-to-2 risk to reward ratio. Very nice trade. Now, as I told you guys earlier, you can also use the 1-hour time frame for your take profit. Now, if we had used the 1-hour time frame for our take profit, we can see that we have a zone right over here of the 1-hour time frame, as you guys can see, and we also have another zone right over here of the 1-hour time frame. So altogether, if you had used the 1-hour time frame, we actually have 3 take profit. So altogether, we're looking at 127 pips. Now, your first take profit would have been 30 pips. Your second take profit would have been about 70 pips, and we have the third take profit right over here for 127 pips. Even if you had the first take profit, we're just looking at 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Very good trade right there. If we got to take profit, we're looking at 2-to-2 risk to reward ratio. Very good trade right there. Very nice. Now, I'm going to show you guys a sell example. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. I'm going to show you guys a sell example, how you guys can use this same strategy for a sell trade. To do that, we're going to have to go back to the 4-hour time frame, and we're going to look for our entry. Now we got to look for where our support zone is. And if we take a look over here, we can see that resistance became support zone right over here. As you guys can see, resistance became resistance right over here. We got a resistance right here. We got support, touch, support. Now, once you have that zone, now we're going to go back to the 1-hour time frame. We're going to go back to the 1-hour time frame to see how we're going to get in this trade. And now that we have that zone right over here, what you do is you make sure that this 50 equals the 200. Once you have that, then you also have to make sure that this awesome oscillator is below your zero line and it's actually red. It doesn't matter if you see green in between red, that doesn't matter. As long as this histogram is facing downwards, then you're good. You're absolutely good. Now, once you have this zone right over here, and you make sure that price also closes below your support zone. Now let's see where our entry would have been for this trade right over here. Now let's pull out a replay tool, and we're gonna start from right over here, and let's see where our entry would have been for this trade. You wait for this. Once you see this candle and it closed below your support zone, so what you're doing now, you're just waiting to see. Now we had a retest right over there, so we're still waiting. Market started consolidating. Bam. There you go. Now you have your entry right over here at this candle. Now this is your entry. Now once you have this entry right over here, now we're going to go back to the 4-hour time frame to determine where our take profit is going to be. Now we have a zone right over here. As you guys can see, we have the support zone right over here that became a resistance right over here. So we have the support zone right here that became resistance over here. So that's where our take profit is going to be based on the 4-hour time frame. So that's where we're going to target based on the 4-hour time frame. Now we're going to go back to the 1-hour time frame, and let's see how this trade played out. See how that trade played out. Keep going. Bam. We got our take profit smash. Now let's take a look and see what our risk to reward ratio is for this trade. Now we got in right over here. We got in right over here at this candle, and we got our TP smash right over here for 118 pips, and we would have set our stop loss right over here, right above the 50 EMA, right over here, say for 40 pips, right over there. And we got our take profit smash for 118 pips. We got our risk to reward ratio 2 to 9. Now to you, this is the take profit based on the 4-hour time frame, which is what I recommend. But if you want to have, about 2 to 3 take profit, just like I showed you guys earlier on the 1-hour time frame, you just look for where your zones are on the 1-hour time frame. And as you guys can see right over here, because whatever happens on the left, which is this side, is bound to happen on the right side. And based on the 1-hour time frame, we can see that we had a support zone that was created right over here. Now, as you guys can see, that is why when price got here to this zone, price touched this zone, price actually touched this zone, price touched this same zone again, and touched this same previous support zone and kind of consolidated. And then once we have this candle right over here, then we absolutely know that price is definitely now coming down, because based on the 4-hour time frame, it's telling us that price is now coming down because price is above the 50 EMA and also the 200 EMA, and we absolutely also have the cross right over here. So that is how you know. So if you have done that, you would have had another take profit right over here, but you would have had to get in the trade right over here, somewhere right over here, you would have been, in a small drawdown, but you would have ended up winning this trade. So you would have you would have had a take profit somewhere right over here. Let's say maybe you're for 50 pips, and then you have another one maybe for 70 pips, and then altogether right here total of 118 pips. But I recommend just doing it on the higher time frame, which is on the 4-hour time frame, and placing your trade on the 1-hour time frame. So guys, you guys can definitely go ahead and test this strategy out. It definitely works. Just use the 4-hour to mark up your zones, and use the 4-hour for confirmations, and place your trade on the 1-hour time frame. So guys, if this is your first time on my channel, please like this video. It's definitely gonna help my channel a lot. Smash the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you guys don't miss any of my future videos like this.